Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Doug Freidman Show. Welcome. Here we have a fun-filled episode with a full studio. The team of Undefeated Media is in the building. To my right is Rachel. Then we have Alana and Brian. The squad is in the building. We have a lot to talk about. We have a laundry list of things here. But yeah, a lot of things on the list. So this is the Doug Freidman Show, and we'll be interviewing like businesses, and we'll be like going around town and, having a more serious thing. But the next type of show that we're in the process of making is Dig In, where we dig in to crypto, sports cards, comic books, cooking recipes, music, trends. What else we got? Pop culture. You say wrestling too?
Yeah, why not?
All right. Pop culture. Awesome. How's everyone doing? How's everyone's July 4th?
It was okay. I had a good time.
Nice.
Real relaxed, but the Allendale fireworks just incredible every year.
Yes.
I gotta say, they do a great job. It's like the only year or the only time like for the year where they're asked for donations.
Really?
So you like donate whatever you can to get a ticket. You don't there's no like ticket price.
Yeah.
And then you get in, and it's held at Crestwood Lake, and the fireworks were incredible. Every year they just knock your socks off.
Nice. So that's been a common theme. We had Jeff in here the other day from Mind Your Puckin' Business, a podcast that's filmed in the studio. And Jeff was saying that there was like crazy amounts of fireworks. And I was saying, maybe they used the leftover fireworks from last year.
Yeah,
they had an abundance of fireworks.
Yeah, or their budget came, double this year because they didn't use it last year, something like that.
Yeah. Alana, you said you might have a fireworks story.
I do have a fireworks story.
Do you
I
wanna
saw
tell?
this video on Twitter, actually.
Yes.
And it was this girl in her apartment in New York City, like high floor.
Mhm.
And there was a firework that was shot up, and it went into someone else's apartment. It shot at the building, and it was captioned I hope this gets to the right person for insurance claims.
Wow.
And
So
it
everyone's
totally
trying to get a buck.
exploded at the window, at the person's window.
Did
Had
it
to be
go up
60th
and then
floor.
go up and hit the ceiling and go in?
No, well, it was from someone's window, kind of. So
Yeah.
it went up, and you just saw it spark at their at this building,
Like right on the
high
balcony?
rise.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Interesting. Rachel, did you see any fireworks?
Yeah, there's Charlie Dickinson University. It's they have a bridge just right by my house. So we went there and we saw all the fireworks from the other towns nearby. So we got triple show.
Nice.
going on. Yeah.
You were very lucky to see those fireworks. Which
I don't
brings
think
us
so.
to our
I don't think
next
she was.
topic. Here's the next topic. Before we went on air, Brian over here is saying there's no such thing as luck. Which
I personally don't believe it.
What do you believe then, Brian?
So I feel like people don't give themselves enough credit. You know what I mean? I feel like oftentimes people are willing to throw things up to luck
Okay.
and just say, "Oh, I got this job. How lucky how lucky. I
Okay.
got this new job." But you worked for that job,
Yeah.
so you should give yourself the credit rather than luck. Luck has nothing to gain from recognition, but you do.
I'm with you 100% when it comes to doing something, when it comes to putting effort in. But there is it's not all black and white. There's a combination. It's a 4-course meal, if you will. Success is a 4-course meal. Your time, your effort, your determination, and luck is on that plate. It might be a small piece of dessert, but there is some piece of luck. You got to be right place, right time. What would you call that?
Well, I guess I just don't eat much dessert then.
Okay, so what if you go to the casino,
Mhm.
you put $1 in, and you win 50 grand? No effort, no work, $1, your first dollar.
Yeah, what
Those
do
are
you call
just
that?
the odds.
But what would you call it? Hey, the odds were on my side,
Yeah.
and I won $50,000.
Well, the odds aren't on your side, but it's not statistically
So you wouldn't call them
impossible.
lucky, like jackpot winners aren't lucky?
I mean, it kind of right place, right time.
Which is luck.
No,
That is called luck.
There's certain circumstances that happen to you that you find yourself in,
Yeah.
and that's just how life works.
But you said you do believe in karma.
I think that people who do bad things find themselves in bad situations.
Bro, you're describing karma and luck.
No, but like people who do
You're
bad
literally
things,
taking the definition out and saying, yes, right place,
people
right
who
time.
but people who do bad things leave themselves open for bad things to happen to them. They put themselves in positions to surround themselves with potential.
You can't have your cake and eat it too, Brian.
How is
Because
let's say I'm a criminal,
you're saying
right?
if I do good things,
I'm a criminal.
Okay,
Criminal.
yes.
I go out and I burglarize a house.
Okay,
That's a bad thing to do.
it's a terrible thing.
So in your idea, karma would come around to bite that guy, and something bad would happen to him, right?
What goes around comes around.
Right. So let's say I rob another house, I get
Okay.
arrested.
Yeah.
That's my bad karma. I got arrested. I got caught. No kidding, you got caught. You robbed a house 2 times.
Okay, but what about when the circumstances aren't so awful? Like maybe you date someone who like treated you badly, but like it's not anything like they didn't like hurt you or anything. It's like they just didn't show you love the way maybe you wanted it to.
Okay.
And then the relationship is bad. That's bad karma. No.
For the guy or for whoever's
whoever
treating
you're dating.
whoever's treating you.
Well, I don't think we're
poorly.
dating the same person.
You guys are
So-
dating the same person?
I don't think
I don't
so.
think so.
No.
I really hope not.
Yeah, I mean, if we are, they did a
You never
hell
know
of a
these
job.
days.
If they did a hell of a job keeping it a secret.
Yeah, literally.
Like back in the day before technology, like it wasn't like that far fetched for someone to have like 2 families, like and like get away with
I
it.
think about this all the time where like
crazy.
before security cameras,
Yeah.
how easy was it to get away with crime? You do something and you leave.
Yeah.
You never come back. You don't come
That's
back
why I
and
feel
no one
like
will
there's-
find you.
You come
There's
back after a certain
not-
time. I'm not putting you on blast, but COVID, you kind of let your hair grow out, right?
I could look like a different person.
Yeah. So like before COVID, you could have went to the store, and then like
Yeah,
after
there's-
COVID, go
there's
back to the
no way-
store,
there'd
get
be
looking
no
a little
way of
different.
knowing.
No way of knowing.
It's crazy to think security cameras haven't existed forever.
I mean, technology. It's
I know,
technology.
technology
It's not
is
like
advanced.
it's like.
It's just crazy to think like up to like the 70s.
But see, you haven't lived in a life where, like, for instance, you don't know what AOL sounded like.
To dial up for internet?
Yeah.
Not really.
So,
I mean,
like-
I've heard it, but I didn't have to
So
dial
that's-
up internet, at least to my recollection. Probably we had
You're
dial up when
probably
I was
like 2.
alive, but
Yeah.
I wasn't on the internet.
Yeah. So like, I remember that sound. I was
Mhm.
probably like 10, and like, so like, I know what life was like before the internet. To you guys, that's like
Very little of my
Weird,
life
right?
had no internet.
that's like if you were to say like you want to use this rotary phone.
Mhm. That's funny. There was a game that my buddy was streaming on
Yeah.
Twitch, and he's our age, or me, Alana, and Rachel's age.
Oh, thanks.
Not to date you, but yeah, he's in his low 20s and early 20s. Low 20s? That sounded weird to say. Low
Early
20s. Anyway,
20s.
Early 20s. And part of the game, it was like a puzzle game, required him to use a rotary phone.
Yeah.
And he's just sitting there trying to figure it out. He can't figure out how to use it. I mean,
Wow.
like, I've seen rotary phones. My grandma had one in her house, so I would
Mhm.
fidget with it when I was younger. So I was familiar with it.
Mhm.
But it's just funny to think that there are people who don't know how to use rotary phones.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. So, what do we think about luck? Do we settle this debate right
I
now?
don't think. I mean, you can believe whatever you want to
What do
believe.
you guys think about luck? Put it in the comment section. We're having a debate. Brian over here thinks there's no such thing as luck. I do agree with you. With you put in your hard work, you deserve the credit.
Right.
But like, there are right place, right time situations. There are times where a door closes and 10 minutes later a way better door opens up. There is an unseen karmismic vibrational aspect to life.
There isn't, or is you?
There
just-
is. There
Oh.
definitely is.
I mean, it's.
We don't have to go down a religious road
I just
or
think it's-
a
it's-
spiritual road, but
it's
you
not
don't think there's like
necessarily
another thing floating around us? There's not another.
I don't know. Maybe there is.
What were the chances of you picking up the 201 magazine article and seeing my beautiful mug and thinking to come in here? What would you call that?
I mean, my mom will order it, so if I see it sitting on the counter,
Yeah.
odds of me opening it aren't high. I'll look at it. I don't know if you had like a little blurb on the cover page that said like local media studio or whatever. I don't know
No.
if that was in there.
No. How did you come across the article?
I literally just picked up the thing and flipped through it.
Now, if you're happy here, you would call that luck. If you're not happy here, you
Well,
call that bad luck because now you're stuck.
I wouldn't say luck, but I would say something good happened.
Okay. All right. What do you guys think? Put in the comment section. Also, we want to remind you we are 100% live right now. Facebook, YouTube, we're all over the place. If you put a comment in the comment section, we can answer it live. You could, say whatever you like, ask us a question. Rachel, what do you think? Is luck a thing?
Well, I think if you look at the game Monopoly, you can be like really sharp and really great at the game. But at the end of the day, I think the dice plays a role, and the dice is luck. So
Well, I think
there's always an element of both. I think at the end of the
yeah.
day.
No, I think it all depends on what you determine like luck to be.
So like
Like,
there's skill where like you do trades and like you know which properties are good.
Mhm.
But at the
And
end of
then
the
there's a
day,
dice roll.
someone's rolling on Boardwalk and that
Right.
person is lucky.
Right. But
Or unlucky if you don't own it.
Boom.
I think what you might call luck, I would call just like probability. It is probability.
Okay.
The odds of you rolling a 6 are 1 in 6. You know?
I'm 100% with you in the fact that you can make your own luck. You could do things to put you in better positions. You could work out and be in shape. You could, work for free and get into a company you want to go to and build within the company. Like you make your own luck, but
Right.
there's still an aspect of like, you could do all the right things and not be successful. You could follow along a checklist of things
Sure.
to do. Like you could read a motivational book and, wake up at 6 a.m., work out, answer your emails and follow this whole thing. But like, there's some people that just,
Yeah, nothing's guaranteed.
nothing's guaranteed. You got to figure it out. There's a mix. There's definitely a mix. You're definitely right. But there also there's some cosmic stuff out there.
I mean, who's to say,
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that. All right. So which brings us to our next topic. Is Good For You a ripoff of Paramore? So Lana, is this your favorite song of the time right now?
This is Doug's favorite song right
Yeah.
now. I've listened to it 4 times today. How
You-
long have I been here for?
You added to the
I added
playlist.
to the playlist, but you played it 4 times.
There's only 3 songs on the playlist.
I would argue there's about 7. I added them into
Yes, we
separate
did.
playlist. There's about
Yes,
7 of them.
yes. You got here a little late,
Yes.
so we
You
listened to
missed
3
of the
songs.
4 times.
Okay, yeah,
You got here a little later, so we had 3 songs in the playlist, and you got to figure this out so we can all add to the playlist, and then you guys will be able to listen to our Undefeated Media Spotify playlist.
I think you might have to bite the bullet and just go Spotify Premium here.
I'll do it if it has to be done.
I think that's
the determining factor.
I think it might be.
I
I'll do a
mean,
little bit of research after the broadcast. But
You are our music director, so Brian. A little bit about Brian. Brian is very interested in music. He makes beats. He makes music. If you want to drop your music, where they can find you, you're more than welcome.
You can find me on all streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, Tidal. Everywhere you listen to music, I'm there. YouTube. Jorge Fuego is the name. That's JORGE space FUEGO. Yeah. So if you want to go check me out, I'm there. You can follow me on Instagram at 201 Fuego, and I believe that is my Twitter handle too. So,
Brian, you you have some gang symbols. Right?
Oh, I wouldn't say gang symbols, but
I'm part of the 201.
Yeah.
So what
so
are
I'm
our
from
gangs?
the 201.
Yeah. So how do we do this?
If you want to throw up the 201, you go pinky and ring finger up, and you got to make an O.
Yeah.
And
We're
then
all
you
doing
throw
it here.
the left hand goes up as a 1.
I think the camera might have it backwards.
Is it flipped? All right, then reverse
Look
it.
at me.
So when you're on camera,
That's 102.
Right, this is 201 to you.
Yeah, but I don't know about the camera.
What are we?
no, that's 201.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the right hand is the 2,
I'm like, where's my right hand?
like this, and then you want to make sure the 0 is lined up, like squared up, so they can see the 0.
Do you have to do 2? Oh no, there's 1 0.
Yeah, 201.
Boom. So we're from the 201. That's our gang symbol.
Yeah.
So
That,
thank you.
if that's affiliated with any actual gang, we do not.
Yeah.
Claim.
We're not claim any 201
Yes.
actual gangs.
And we're actually safe because one of our clients is SAS, and
Yes,
which
we
stands
are.
for Surviving Active Shooter, and they also have courses on motor vehicle stops and gangs and graffiti. So shout outs to SAS. So
Yeah.
we know the chief of police in like every district
Right.
in Bergen County, so
And-
we're kind of
and-
safe.
But that's also not an insult to those who think that they can handle that kind of pressure. So we like to remain neutral here. I'm sure we're all set.
We're good.
We're okay.
We're good. What else we got? Rachel, what do you got, Rachel? Rachel is a 5-star chef. homemade 5-star chef.
You know it.
And so Rachel loves to cook. Rachel, what are your favorite things to cook?
I have a killer marinara sauce recipe. It's
Oh,
very easy
baby.
to make. Oh yeah. Okay, so the secret is putting in red wine.
Red wine.
Yeah, adds so
Oh.
much flavor, makes it so fast.
Mm.
Yeah, you pour it into a pan, heat it up. It really I think riches I think it makes it richer,
Yeah.
and then it burns out the alcohol, so you're not gonna get drunk from it.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, you wanted to be alcoholic.
Disappointing.
Oh,
we're
sorry,
adding,
Alana.
we're adding alcoholic food. Yeah, give us what you got.
Yeah, then you put in like fresh garlic, and then you boil the two together, so that it really creates like an aromatic element to the marinara
Ooh.
sauce, like 5-10 minutes tops. And then you just add like the crushed tomatoes, all the spices, oregano, basil, a little bit of like salt, a little bit of honey, and then
Ooh, a little honey
yeah,
for the sweetness.
exactly,
Ooh.
exactly.
Smart.
So fast to make, it's so good.
Nice.
Awesome.
I'll have to
Yeah.
get that
sounds
written down
delicious.
so I can go home with that.
It's my
Well,
claim
it
to
all
fame.
is on the stream, so you can always rewatch this.
That's true.
Maybe we'll have to make our YouTube unboxing studio also a cooking Food Network kind of.
We have
Studio.
the kitchen, no?
We do have the kitchen. We have a kitchen here, Rachel. You can have a cooking show if you'd like.
Awesome.
So Rachel's really into cooking. She gets free fireworks in her backyard all the time.
That's right.
All right.
Better.
Anything else, Rachel? What's new? What's going on?
Well, getting married in the end of August, and
You're
Congratulations.
getting married?
yes.
How, Alana?
Oh my god! Congratulations!
Oh, thank you. And we saw caterers last night. We had a tasting. So back to the food topic, I guess. Food was really
There you
good too. Yeah,
I feel like you have a high standard for food,
I do. Yeah, it's true. I do.
so it does have to be. Where do you know? You haven't picked a spot then? Are you leaning towards anywhere?
No, we have a spot.
Yeah,
We just
they're
don't
a
have a
month
caterer
away.
yet. I know it took forever to find a caterer. I don't know why.
So what kind of dishes are you going with to serve?
It's gonna be a mixture. I think American style food, and then also my fiance, he's from Uzbekistan, so like I guess ethnic food from there too.
Awesome.
Okay,
That sounds
Yeah.
that's
great.
cool.
Very nice.
So we get just the invite as well because we work with you.
Yeah,
Sure.
if you need,
Yeah, why
if
not?
you need some
Yeah.
pictures or video, we'll come help you out. And vice versa. You guys are all coming to my wedding to
Yeah, it's
work.
wedding.
When's your wedding?
November 5th. Mark
Oh my
it on the
God,
calendar.
we should get engaged. But
Oh, we got an
We're
engagement
next.
on the
We're
show. We have an engagement on the
Oh,
show.
Ryan-
Congratulations.
Ryan has a girlfriend. I have a boyfriend. So we should not. It might be the same person. I'm still
Yeah, it
unsure
really
about
might
that.
be.
But
We can't
should
confirm
not
it
get
yet.
engaged.
We have an
No.
But we
engagement
should get some more weddings going
live on TV.
We should at least get to know each other a little
You
better.
heard it first on the Doug Freidman Show. Live engagements. Awesome. Great stuff. Did you guys know? Breaking news. Instagram is no longer a photo-centric app.
So I've heard.
So the manager, owner, the head of Instagram, I think his name's Adam something, he just came out like yesterday and he said Instagram is no longer a photo sharing app. We're focusing our attention to videos, reels, and IGTV, meaning that those type of content is going to rank higher and get out more fast, more quickly to more people and have a higher priority than just photos. If you just mindlessly are posting photos, which I know a lot of you guys are doing, I see a lot of people social media, and I'm always like shaking my head, like they just mindlessly put on these cell phone pictures and thinking that they post a lot, that it's gonna help. We live in a day and age where posting a lot does not work anymore, and maybe 5 years ago it did because you want to get your stuff out there. But now there's so many people on these platforms. If you're posting a lot and no one's interacting with it, you're actually hurting yourself. So you want to do everything in your power to put out content that helps you. And the head of Instagram himself has just said, you want to get recognized, you want to get your content out there. Instagram, IGTV, reels, and videos are the way to do it. So there's your social media tip. What do you guys think about that?
I think this happens every time. Like every single social media app
Yes.
has its lifespan where they go through a very commercial phase where like pretty much they're
Yes.
used strictly, well, not strictly, but their primary source of income for Instagram is
Mhm.
definitely off ads.
Mm-hmm.
So when they realize which ads perform better, whether it be a video ad or a photo ad,
Mm-hmm.
they'll look at which one is doing better for them, which one's making them more money. They'll say, oh, the videos are doing better. Let's promote videos. That way people are going to be paying us more money to run their ads because they get interacted with more.
Yes, I also Instagram is the king of copycats. So when Snapchat came out, Instagram created stories to compete with Snapchat.
Right.
TikTok now is taking off, and Instagram created Reels. IGTV was to combat against YouTube. YouTube now is making YouTube Shorts. You can put shorter kind of video,
Yeah, I
social
hate
media
those.
content.
There's like YouTube Shorts, maybe the stories for creators or something on YouTube. the equivalent.
YouTube, Snapchat, and TikTok are going heavy into creators. They're going heavy into promoting people. And TikTok, I think, or no, Snapchat, like a month ago, was giving $1 million a day out to people
Yeah, I heard
to
about that.
create. So Instagram is constantly copying and constantly, trying to take from everything. So you got look at Instagram now. Instagram Reels, IGTV, Stories. What else we got?
You could still do photos.
You can still do photos. That's it for now.
Live.
The messaging too. Messaging was another
Messaging
thing that they were
that
talking about. They want to go.
Facebook Messenger.
They want to start up in the messaging.
And also did we say the IG live streaming?
And IG Live,
which was, I believe, probably a Facebook feature first, and then probably when Facebook bought Instagram, that's when they probably.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Facebook owns Instagram, so not only that, all the extras that Facebook has, you're also, it's kind of all coincidental.
Yeah.
What else is going on in the social media world, guys? I mean, we are a social media company, so what's going on in the social media world?
YouTube, at least how it was originally used for, back when, like, I would say the heyday of YouTube, like the early 2010s was like when YouTube was really just a gold mine of content. And creators were able to get paid through it, through sponsorships and everything. Now the YouTube is so much more stricter with their ad revenue and who's getting ads, who's getting what ads. I hope, for the sake of creators and for the sake of, honestly, me as a consumer, that there is a platform that is able to come from the YouTube issues that's literally going to be able to pay creators what they deserve to be paid to create, and give creators a chance to do it full time, because there's a lot of creators who unfortunately have edgier content or more mature content that aren't necessarily ad friendly, that YouTube will say, I'm sorry, can't run profitable ads on your channel. You're only going to be making $55 a video. That's not a sustainable wage to do anything full time. If you're making a video a day, even for $55, you can't do it.
You don't think that TikTok is like that though? TikTok gives a lot of new people
TikTok,
that space.
Right.
They could be a little raunchier.
No, definitely. TikTok.
And
I like the choice of words.
You see where they live, what they do, what they own. They have money.
No, TikTok definitely has been good about at least saying, you know what, everybody can make money on this app, regardless of what it is you do. And I think that while it may promote some things that are a little less savory and, a little more raunchy, I'm okay with that, because, that's, you're right to make whatever content you want. And if the app doesn't end up allowing it anymore, like YouTube has kind of, that's when it's time to say, all right, do I want to change my content, or do I want to, just leave the platform? So I wish TikTok, I mean, the way the platform works, it's very like short based content. A lot of it, 3 minutes is the max post length for limited creators,
which is new. It used to be shorter than that.
It's new. Yeah. So they stretched it out to 3 minutes for probably verified users or whatever, or like partnered users.
I think it's people over a certain amount of followers.
Yeah, like if you have like 10,000 or something more
followers.
followers.
I think the live feature also only comes at 10,000.
Yeah, so they give you.
Not everyone could go live.
Yeah, they give you perks. They incentivize you to use their app and make a following on it. But I just wish there was a YouTube style, platform that was paying creators fairly and allowing content to be made of all varieties and, I guess.
So there are competing people with YouTube, like Vimeo and Rumble. Master Phil, shout out to Master Phil, loves Rumble.
They have been around so long, and like
they haven't caught fire.
On. They just haven't. Like Daily Motion is kind of in the same area where they have video content, but a lot of that stuff is more even copyrighted content that you're not able to access. So I just would like to see a new brand emerge and allow creators to have the freedom that they once had, when I believe, it could just be the nostalgia in me talking, But YouTube really was such a great place to go. There was creators for everybody, old, young, whatever your interests are. There was a great creator that was able to make a living making content that he or she was passionate about. And it was something that, was awesome. And now it's not there anymore. So I wish that there would be a
So you think
there.
the creators are gone?
I think that
what's the problem now?
They've lost incentive to continue, because a lot of them want to do it full time, because to really grind anything, as a business
100%.
owner, when you're making a living off of something, as competitive as the media field, you got to always be working toward it. So these people who were originally able to make, I don't know, let's say $200, $300 a video from ads, are only making $55 a video now. They can't live off that. So they have to, make a decision
because
of the ad revenue.
No, because why did they take it away? Because it's too raunchy. They're using music they're not supposed to.
If their content is more for a mature audience, Coca-Cola or Disney doesn't want to run ads on that video, which are the money making ads. You'll get an ad for maybe GoDaddy or something a little more adult, favored, but isn't one of the big companies that are pouring money into YouTube to run their ads. So yeah, it's tough. YouTube tried to go full family friendly, try to be TV. They try to replace cable.
Yes.
And they still are trying with YouTube Red and whatever it is that they have going on. I'm not too familiar. But yeah, their content, they're trying to make it accessible to everyone. And because of that, the creators that aren't necessarily suitable for everyone have taken a hit. And unfortunately, that is most likely the people that I would be watching as a 23-year-old.
So it's funny you bring that up, because one of my favorite shows, at least today, recently, is Cobra Kai. And what people don't understand is Cobra Kai actually was a YouTube show. Did you know that?
A YouTube Red show?
It was a YouTube original. I think the first season was a YouTube original.
I remember that, and then Netflix picked it up.
Netflix picked it up because YouTube just was like, we didn't get much out of this, and they kind of threw it in the trash, and Netflix picked it up, and now they're continuing it. But isn't it funny, like something so great, something so quality was out there, and YouTube, if they packaged their product the right way, maybe that could have been the thing that sparked them being at TV.
I really think that the reason it probably didn't do well is because I'm going to say wrong place, wrong time.
I'm also going to say it should have been, that series should have been free. You should have been able to log into YouTube and watch that. They should have wrapped everybody in and be like, season 2, you have to have a YouTube subscription.
If they had known that it was going to be such a success.
I mean, yes, I get what you're saying, but like they have nothing else. So like, and like I get all the time, do you want to upgrade to YouTube Premium?
I get that a lot.
No.
Yeah.
Why would I? There's no other shows. So like make it $1 for YouTube Premium.
Right, $1 for a month, yeah.
Make it YouTube Premium. It's reasonable. You'll have 200,000 premiums, more than that, 1 million premiums. You just paid for Cobra Kai.
YouTube becomes ad free.
Yeah, you get ad free. You can watch Cobra Kai.
I think YouTube Premium is ad free.
Yeah.
Regardless.
So we're saying like you get YouTube Premium, you get ad free, you get to watch Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
They could use the money they just got from signing people up from Cobra Kai to do season 2 or a movie or something else. I mean, Amazon Prime, you have Prime for your packages and your deliveries that you also get
the streaming
to streaming service.
Yeah. No, I mean,
they just came out with that movie with the Guardians guy. What's his name? Guardians of the Galaxy. Yes. Chris Pratt. I want to see that. I got mixed reviews, but that looks like a legit movie that I would want to see.
Yeah.
And it's free in my Prime membership.
No, their Netflix is still not profitable currently. I believe I read really? Somewhere, yes, that they spend so much money on their Netflix originals, and then they pour so much money into the Netflix studios.
Yeah.
That they are still not profitable. But obviously they're trending to be profitable soon.
They are probably the news likes to warp things around. They're probably profitable, but all the profits are just driving right back into content.
Right. So they're spending a lot of money. Still.
Yeah, you can tell
every dollar.
Yeah.
Same thing with Amazon, really.
Yeah,
they're spending every dollar on expanding. When's Jeff Bezos going to the moon or Mars?
He's going. Richard Brunson's going. I think that's his
Yeah,
name.
didn't
Branson. Brunson.
some guy
Isn't
paid
like
how-
Elon Musk going to
Elon Musk is going.
When-
too?
Dude, which makes me think: are we? Are they leaving us?
I'm saying this to my friends. No human has stepped foot on Mars. We've only dropped drones and unmanned craft.
Yes.
If you're telling me you're the first person to step foot on Mars, you can't just stick your flag in and say it's mine.
Well, you can, but someone with a bigger gun is going to come
take it. Right. But in theory, whoever lands on the moon or on Mars,
Christopher
first,
Columbus.
Well, yeah, kind of. They could kind of just say it's
Well,
in terms of just taking land.
all right, fine.
already
Sorry. All right, we won't go there. We won't go there because there were actually people here before Christopher Columbus. But
There could be things on Mars. There could be things on Mars that we don't know about.
yeah, there could be.
But to us, Mars is a property that we just want to take.
But if there
We
are
don't
things
care.
landed there,
If things on Mars, we will make sure that we.
All right. First
get
thing
Mars,
people need to
I
understand: we're a virus. We are 100% a virus. We spread. Now we're going to another planet to spread over there. And what I've read or what I've seen is that the climate conditions are not habitable for humans now. But if there was like 100,000 people living there for a year, the climate would change because we would heat up the planet, and the things would change.
So would
So
they
it's like
just not
too
want to
cool.
send out like artificial heating? They could
How you
build
gonna
these.
do artificial heating?
You create.
Send a bunch of robots with smoke machines, like
I
what-
mean, maybe.
yeah. I
Realistically,
mean,
you could
yeah.
just set
But you
up
need the body heat. I mean, I think the body
body
heat.
heat more than like industrial.
I think it's a mixture. I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but I do know that at the moment, it's not ideal that we could live
Right.
there. That we could live there. We have to have like gas masks on
No,
at all
and we're-
times
yeah,
and
we're still
whatever
very,
controlled
very
conditions.
far off from that being.
But it would take
possibility,
like a
but
year or
yeah.
two of people actually living there for the
For it to
planet to
become
start to evolve
shit. All
to
right,
handle us.
I buy that.
You started this off by saying, "Are we screwed?" I had someone the other day tell me they missed like conspiracy theory that people like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk like have enough money to they say like end world hunger and
Mhm.
home the homeless.
Yeah.
Like maybe they're going to this other planet instead because they know things
Let's-
because we're too far gone to
Yes.
like
We
save
are too far
everybody
gone.
else, and they're just gonna like do what they want to do and leave because like even if they put all
They're
their
outta
money
here.
into whatever it is, like it's not gonna help. So they're like screw it.
No,
let's
it
just
would help. It would help, but
not
they don't
help,
choose
you know
to.
what I mean?
No. I do. They would definitely make a difference. I just think they don't choose to. And like if we look at things more logically, the answers are all in front of our faces. So like let's look at our planet. We're overpopulated. We're not even overpopulated, but we think we are.
I think we are.
We're overpopulated in densely populated areas. New York, New Jersey,
because we
Miami.
can't live in Siberia.
Okay, but
You can live in
the whole
Oklahoma.
middle, the whole middle of the country's
It's
empty.
empty.
The whole middle of the country's empty.
Start building some high rises
Yeah.
out there.
Well, yeah, we are.
Nice.
I mean, we're not overpopulated in a sense of the Earth can't handle us, but the way we
yeah,
live,
we're densely
but
populated.
the way we live, it's not practical to like just say, all right, everybody move to Oklahoma.
No, but like
You build a
you
few
don't
high
have to
rises
live in New
there.
York.
Well,
You don't have to live in New Jersey.
if you want to live a
We
certain
do because we
lifestyle,
have the best marketing
if you-
company in
right,
Bergen
but
County.
if you want to live a certain lifestyle,
We can't go
you have to
anywhere.
live in certain areas.
Okay.
So the New York lifestyle appeals to millions of people.
Okay. So, but you can build Nashville. You can build Tennessee, Atlanta.
Well, I mean,
You could-
Nashville's a pretty densely populated.
That's what I'm
city.
saying.
It's
You
a
could
city.
build. We could build more populated cities, but people want to. They want to be by the water.
that.
If you see
Sure.
L.A.
Yeah, I
New
mean,
York,
it makes
these are
sense.
all by
for
bodies
even-
of water.
for
Miami.
trade's sake too.
True. But like with the technology we have nowadays, like you could perfectly have a great civilization in the
There-
dead set in the middle of the country.
They're like building. They have like an Edgewater in Fort Lee. They're building high rises. There's
Yeah.
multiple apartments, and that is a 1-lane road. Stop moving there. Anyway, but no, like they're building, and they're building like a senior citizen home near my house, like a huge thing.
Mhm.
Again, on like a 2-lane road.
Mhm.
Like build it elsewhere. Go to Oklahoma. Put a city there. Like
No,
what is
people
there?
don't want to. They
What
don't
is in
want to live.
Oklahoma?
They don't want to live.
Not
They
the
don't want to
farm.
leave their
Like,
family.
leave the farm and just wherever that one house is, build a high rise.
There was talks that Hollywood was going to move to Georgia.
Oh,
There was so much. You heard that too, right?
Recently,
This is
Savannah or
a year
Atlanta?
two. I don't know. Actually, I think I heard I heard like North Carolina too. They were like moving because they have all this
cheaper.
abundance of land. It's cheaper.
I think Atlanta's like one of the top
Music.
and
Oh, absolutely for me.
and like film places. It's
Yeah.
like New York, and LA, and then like Atlanta.
Well, they were like planning to make another Hollywood, like in an empty lot, in an empty space,
Mhm.
like no city yet. They were going to make another Hollywood,
I mean,
if you will.
Atlanta's definitely the hub of hip hop, and hip hop's, I think, arguably the most popular genre right now. So
here we are getting sidetracked, which is what they want us to do, because
No,
this is what's
a
going on.
segue.
Okay, well, we're talking about leaving the planet, and we just went into second Hollywood. So
And now we're going to music.
we're going back to we got to figure out the planet situation.
It's screwed. That's
Yes,
the
if you look at the data, if you look at the facts here, we believe. I'm not even going to go into COVID, but there's videos. You type in Bill Gates, like human population, whatever. He wants to control the population. He wants to bring the number of people down. He wants to. He's like the biggest donor of Planned Parenthood. Okay, so he wants to bring the population down. They're all going to space in the next month. Like, this is like a sci-fi movie. Oh yeah, we're going on a little trip. All the richest people. Yeah, we're going on a little trip. You ever see 2012? The movie
Yeah.
2012. What was
They
it?
go on that 2012. They go on that big
That big
arc.
spaceship with a big arc with all the rich
Yeah.
people go on the arc. Like, I don't know, man. There's silos, dude. There's silos when like bombs go off. People can fled to these big silos
There's
that have
a
you have your
rocket
own
in them.
floor.
Oh, I
No,
thought
you
were
have
talking
your
about
own-
rockets
there's-
that hide in
there's-
silos.
There's silos. Like, just look at the history when nuclear bombs were like the biggest threat. They were the richest people on the planet would buy.
Bomb shelters.
They have a bomb shelter, but there's places that they would drive to where a bunch of rich people have their own floor on these
Right.
huge silos with like a self-containing farm inside and like
You would go if you could afford it.
yeah,
Yeah,
of
of
course.
course.
If I had that spare money
Mhm.
to make sure I had a safety net of this silo, why wouldn't I?
Exactly.
But think about this: why are all the richest people on the planet racing to go into space?
Because the planet itself, in like every regard, is so unstable.
Okay.
The people, the climate,
Yes, but these are things that we
they want
we
to
Don't
make
fix.
sure.
shame the unstable people.
Oh well.
we can fix these things. I'm not
I don't
giving.
think
I'm
we
not
can
throwing the
fix it.
towel into.
It's a societal
Yes,
issue.
we need to. You might not get. You might not get your favorite car, or you might not get your favorite type of clothing, but we need to make alternatives.
Are you implying that you think when they leave that we're gonna have like some awful
It's a free-for-all?
disaster, or do you think that just like they're leaving because they have the money, they think something's wrong? Like, do you think they're gonna
Both.
leave and then like all of a sudden we're gonna have like the world's
The purge. Just,
worst tornado, hurricane, earthquake?
No,
Oh, no.
Oh, that's a whole other aspect. Maybe there's
the
some
2012
tidal wave coming that we don't know about. That's predicted to come.
Too much. That's too much.
Is it though? Like,
I
is
think
it really too much?
How is it too much?
I think predicting. Not to say that they can't predict like natural disasters.
Think of it this way: the plates underneath
Yeah.
us are moving constantly.
Sure.
One plate moves a little too far, there's lava bursting everywhere.
Uh-huh.
So, like, we're not saying we're going to predict a rainstorm, but that we could be predicting. There could be some prediction that like this plate's going to move, or some volcano is going to super erupt. Like the Yellowstone Park
It's,
is
like,
a
way
whole
overdue.
volcano. Yeah,
Isn't it like way, or the one in Hawaii? One of them's like apparently way overdue.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
Burst.
and that thing bursts. That thing
Yellowstone
bursts like
supervolcano,
like
right.
a 300-mile radius
So
is
we're
destroyed.
overdue. Not to say that the elite don't have access to information we obviously don't. Like let's say they do know that Yellowstone is going to erupt in the next 5 years, and they want to have an escape plan. This is
Mhm.
a test run.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe that's possible, but I don't know if they can predict natural disasters like that. I think that they know that there's power in space to be like the leader. Imagine just being the leader in space.
But what if we're not?
That's
Like,
a whole nother.
right, you never
What if
know.
we're
And
not?
I mean, not to go into conspiracies, but you know how people are seeing like, oh, there's UFO sightings everywhere now. There's a conspiracy theory that I saw, and it's called Project Bluebeam.
Okay.
And it's apparently this operation the government constructed, and they haven't, set it forth yet, I don't believe.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea is that when they need the government being when the
Mhm.
government needs to be able to control the population. However, they need to do that. Fear is a good way.
Yeah.
When they say, "Hey, the world's ending, you need to trust us." I mean,
ding, ding, ding. Tell her what she's
it's
won.
it's crazy. I don't want to start saying COVID is a conspiracy, but I mean, I don't trust the government at all.
That's the problem. Me too.
I had it. It's not a conspiracy. I
Well, no,
couldn't,
it's
I
real.
couldn't
It
smell
is.
for a long time.
I don't even want to talk about it anymore. Can we just?
Well, we
move?
don't have to talk about it, but like, and it was a thing. We don't want to you know,
Belittle
people did get sick. People
Very real.
did die.
People
We're
did
not
die.
we're not
Terrible.
going. We're not saying that.
Population
But
control.
there's
Was
a
it foul
COVID.
play? Was
Where
it
did this Wuhan? Where did this respiratory COVID, novel COVID disease break out? Oh, it looks like it was a penguin had sex with a monkey and got eaten by a pig. Or
Which was eaten by
was
some
it
other guy
the
who found them on the-
coronavirus lab down the street?
I let it out.
That's literally called coronavirus lab.
And like, it's so unfortunate, but like, I just can't trust my government or like anybody really.
So, and that's kind of it's all part
a
of the same
shame.
thing. It's all part of the same thing. And how I view what's going on now, I think the way I view the perspective of how we live and the world we live in now, we are all chickens. Hear me out. I'm not saying we're chicken like, oh, you're a chicken, you're not going to jump off a bridge. No, we're chickens in a coop. And you ever watch like behind the scenes of a farm and they have these huge chicken coops, chickens all over the place.
Yeah.
And you got the two farmers walking and throwing food in the middle of all these chickens. We're the chickens and they're the farmers. And they're just, all of us are just, and
Solid chicken impression. I'll give you that.
thank you.
Solid.
Thank you. We are the chickens. If you view it that way, that's what's happening. That's what I believe is happening right now. You need to think for yourself. You can't let
Right.
CNN and Fox and all of them. Everyone's trying to manipulate you to do something that they want you to do.
Right. But then that also brings into the equation,
Go ahead.
like, is free will a thing? Do you have free will, or have you been conditioned to be a certain way and make
Yes.
decisions? Like,
I believe everyone in this room has free will.
mhm.
There's people out there that choose to really badly mindlessly just be brainwashed.
But we've been influenced in such a way to believe that we're right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Are we going
think,
back to the luck stuff?
No. Well, not
I'm
really.
joking.
We're like, we are. I mean, I'm with you. I believe that there are people that are mindlessly going through the cycles of what we've constructed to be a normal life
So like,
as a society.
and I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings, but like there's some shows out there on like NBC and ABC that are just like so bad. I'm like, how do people enjoy this? And they're like really big
Are
shows.
you going to give an example?
Yeah, you have to give an example.
Sure, This Is Us.
Okay, This Is
I've
Us.
never watched.
I've heard of that show, and honestly, it intrigues me a little bit.
Okay.
It looks like a very good feel-good
or
show.
like NCIS, or
Not to say that you
like,
can't think that show sucks, because I think it looks okay.
Oh, I'm
You
not.
could
No,
totally
and
make it
I'm
suck.
not defending the show. I'm not saying. I'm trying to say like you could just tell these shows have a basic pattern and they're
Mhm.
packaged up, and it's the same old garbage that is like.
There are some people who just don't care as much as we do.
Yeah, they just blindlessly watch stuff.
Or yeah,
and
I
just
mean,
take
or
it
they-
in and then just.
They put their eggs into a different basket.
What is your favorite show?
Ooh, Sons of Anarchy, best show of all time.
Rachel?
I don't really watch shows so much. Sorry, it's a bad
Rachel's
answer.
favorite show is This Is Us.
Sure, yeah, let's go with that.
How about you? What's your favorite show?
I think maybe The Sopranos, or I'm not even like an anime guy, but I watched one anime show that was really good called Samurai Champloo.
So
it's between those two.
Was it like shampoo?
No, the guy, I guess like the creator's last name was Champloo or
Oh,
something
gotcha,
like that.
gotcha.
But it's
Interesting. listening.
yeah, it's got a lot of hip hop in it. Weirdly enough, it's like a hip hop infused samurai show. It's kind of badass.
Nice,
Yeah.
but it's different. You're not brainwashed when you watch it,
I'm
right?
not.
You
I don't think
tell.
so.
I can't even. I'm gonna do more research on it. Like, I'm not explaining it. Obviously, I'm not explaining it that well. There's just some shows that you watch and they're just like brain numbing.
Have you watched Manifest?
I tried it.
You didn't like it.
It was okay.
That's on Netflix, right?
It was
I'm on
okay.
season 3.
Do you enjoy that show?
I feel like you really have to pay attention at
So
every moment in time when you watch it to understand it.
I feel like that show makes you think. I wouldn't say that's brainless show.
I wouldn't say it's a brainless show either.
What's
'Cause
the
I'm
other
like,
show?
Oh yeah, I enjoy it. It's brainless, by the way.
No, I think you have to think. I think there's twists and turns to that show. You
There
actually have to
is.
think.
It
What's
got
the other
canceled,
one?
Though.
Oh, that stinks.
I think it's just because they're too far out at this point, and it's like they're adding so many characters and blah blah
Yeah.
blah, and it's like
Oh,
I
it's
watch, like,
canceled.
the-
Do I even want to start it then? If
it's
canceled?
good, but it's like
But if it's gonna just die,
I mean, all shows just die.
well, sometimes
Pretty
they
much.
like Sopranos had a really amazing
Is it still on?
finale. No, it's been done.
Interesting. It's dead.
Well, no, but like
it's not dead because
closed.
they're doing a prequel.
Yeah.
Is it a movie or is it a show?
It's it's a movie.
They're doing a prequel
And
to
actually,
Oh, damn,
James
I'm wrong.
Gandolfini,
it. Yeah.
Tony Soprano's son, is
Yeah.
playing young Tony.
Wow.
He looks like
Interesting.
considerably similar.
Yeah.
So
It's a son.
yeah. But like, I don't look like my dad. Like,
I bet
look,
if you
I look
like,
more
I
my
bet if
mom.
you like, okay, but I bet if you like did things like where your dad, you'd see the resemblance.
Oh yeah, no, I
better.
definitely we have mannerisms that we share
Yeah.
too. Like, I definitely do things like my dad, but in terms of like physical appearance,
Mhm.
there's not a whole lot. My dad is a blue-eyed, blonde hair, like 6'1"
Wow.
man, and I'm just not that.
You didn't get his NBA jeans.
No, I wish. I always wanted to be over 6 foot. My dad, he's shrinking now. I guess his spine is starting to like just develop more and more of a curve. So he might be under.
How tall
Okay.
are you?
I'm like, on my license, I'm 5'11".
Do you know what they say about guys who are 5'11"? It's really funny.
Yeah, no,
They
there's
say-
no.
Oh, here we
there's
go.
No, there's no
The
such thing as 5'11".
No,
17.
there's no such thing as
There's no such
5'11"
thing as
because if they were
5'11".
5'11", they'd say they're 6 foot. So obviously they're 5'9". Thank you.
Boom.
No, I'm
Not
like-
even 5'10".
I'm 5'10". I'm a
5'10", you
confident-
would probably round up.
Okay.
That's why, and I said 5'11".
So when a
I'm
guy
a
tells
confident
you,
5'10",
anyone out there, when
realistically.
a guy tells you he's 5'9" or 5'10", or do they go up to 11? I don't even know. He
Well,
is
5'12", 5'12" would be
inches.
6 foot.
he is 5'8". Do not trust him. Thank you.
American standard measurement.
Nice. Dating tips from Alana. Any other dating tips, Alana?
Nothing is wrong with short men. I have loved them in the past. I'm
Wow.
just saying, when they say that they're 5'11", they're lying.
Yeah,
The
no,
truth
Or
that's
they're
comes out.
5'10",
That's like
they're
a
a
very-
liar.
And there's no
That's
such
a
thing.
red flag.
There's no such thing as 5'12".
There's no
5'12". That reminds me. Do you know Adam Carolla
Yes.
and Dr. Drew?
The man show.
The Love Line that they had. They had
Oh,
like
okay.
a podcast called Love Line,
Okay.
and they would have people call in that just are having like complications, and they
Yeah.
would just rip them to shreds. Usually, the dumbest people would call in. And this one time, some guy calls in, and they're talking about, camping or something, and they go, "How tall are you?" And he goes, "Me, I think I'm like 5'12", almost 6". Like, I couldn't. I hope he was serious because that's so funny if he
Oh,
actually
man.
said that. But yeah, he said 5'12",
5'12".
almost 6.
We have the capabilities of taking callers. So the number's on the screen. If you'd like to be a caller, ask a question, or you can ask a question in the comment section. We'll answer it live. Last thoughts about leaving the planet, dating.
What is the possibility that whoever goes up to space doesn't come back down, like dies?
I don't want to be graphic.
Dangerous, is it a dangerous?
It's very, very
yeah,
dangerous.
right?
There's all the times these rockets blow up.
Exactly.
I'm gonna say though, there's Jeff Bezos, Richard Branson, Elon Musk. Who else is going?
Could they be faking their own death? Oh my
Tupac.
goodness. Could you
But I'm gonna
imagine,
say
though?
if five go up, if five go up recently, I'm gonna say one of them. So I'm not trying to be graphic. One of them's not coming back.
It's like definitely a possibility. It can't be like great odds.
Go on YouTube and
surviving.
type in like Apollo crashes. Like these things like happen.
Oh yeah, even crashes and blowing up on
And guess
takeoff.
what? We're not talking about NASA putting people in space. We're talking about these people started their own company.
I think that Bezos and Elon have more money for their funding than NASA ever did.
True. But like it's like you're just starting something. You're just literally hey, you know how to
wanna
build
go
a spaceship?
Elon just goes, "Hey, I
Here
want
you
to go
go,
to space,
build a
so I
spaceship."
decided to build a space company.
I would
to go to space.
I would trust NASA with their track record and the blueprints
Sure.
of years and
I
years
mean,
of
but
doing it.
They got to be using proven technology, right?
I would believe so, but like I'm just saying.
No, sure, I hear you.
Anne Marie is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello,
Anne Marie
Anne-Marie.
Hi.
went back to dating. She said she she was talking to 2 men that were a fraud. So going back to the dating, thank you, Anne Marie, for chiming in. Anne Marie has gotten some guys telling them that they're in. I remember she told me like they said they were in jail in like Jamaica, and she needed to send them like $5,000 to get them out of jail. There's a lot of fraud. There is a lot of fraud going on right now.
I
How
hope,
did
I
you
hope she did not send the
fall
money.
No,
for
she
that?
reported. She reported it.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. She didn't
No,
fall.
there's
Trust me,
no
Anne
way.
Marie did not fall for it.
That's why I was so devastated because I didn't think.
No, she didn't.
Good,
She didn't.
thank God. Yeah, no, there
but
are.
there is a lot of
scammers
fraud.
out
There's
there.
scams with that, and then the new one. I was telling Jeff last night from Mind Your Fucking Business. What they do is they call up older people and they say, "Hey, your bank account's been compromised. We can't access the money. The only thing you can do for us to fix it, you need to go to Walmart or Target.
credit cards.
Yeah,
Or the
gift cards. You need to take your debit card and buy as ever much money you have on your debit card with the gift cards, and then send us the gift card so we can take that money and reopen your account." And people are falling for that right now.
That's crazy.
No.
That's so far fetched.
Right? There was a time, there was like literally a month, they had to have a security guard standing next to the gift cards to make sure people wouldn't get scammed. I'm not even joking. Look
That's
this up.
crazy.
I believe it.
We're mindless, brainwashed people.
People.
Anything else? Leaving the planet, dating.
I would say when it comes to dating, I think we're all good at advice considering 2 are engaged and 2 are in relationships.
Yeah, we got the whole spectrum covered
so
here.
if anyone needs dating advice
We got you.
or
Yeah.
funny dating stories, I have a lot that I could give.
There you
I
go.
don't know if I have funny dating stories, but advice perhaps.
Have
give it a
you
shot.
only had one girlfriend?
Yeah, I've only dated one girl my whole life.
Wow.
And we've been dating.
How many
for
years?
A year
Oh my
and
god.
7 months.
Nice job.
A year, no, longer. A year and like 9 months. No.
Well, she's
Yeah.
watching. She's gonna be pissed right
Yeah.
now.
No, it's a year and like
You don't know
7
your anniversary.
November 8th. So whenever that is. The math. I'm not good at math. I know the anniversary,
Nice.
not good at math.
Nice. We get to celebrate your anniversary at my wedding,
Is that your wedding day?
November 5th, but it's close enough.
Close.
Yes.
Maybe your girlfriend will catch the bouquet.
Oh,
Oh, then we'll
I
have
mean-
another
there you
wedding.
go.
I'm not ready to get married yet.
Okay.
She knows that. She's not. We're all set on that end.
All right.
but
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Anything else before we move on?
Is the next topic wrestling? Because then let's move on.
We can talk about wrestling.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's talk a
did I
little
skip
wrestling.
something?
We can talk about wrestling.
talk
That's
some
you
wrestling.
guys seem to be the wrestling fans
we
here.
had found out before that we like wrestling, and Doug knows Enzo Amore.
Yes. You want me to call him right now?
Yeah, give him a phone
Would you?
call. Give him a FaceTime. I'd love
FaceTime?
To
All
I'd
right.
love to say it loud.
All right. All right.
Rachel,
we'll do
do
a
you
FaceTime.
like wrestling? Have you ever watched WWE?
I've never heard of Enzo Amore. What's his name?
Oh, don't
Like,
say that when we
before-
FaceTime. Don't say
But
that.
do you know like other WWE wrestlers or
Like
anything?
John
No,
Cena.
I don't know
You don't know who
anyone.
John
I don't
Cena
follow
is?
wrestling. No,
All
I'm
right,
sorry.
all right. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
The movie, you know, The Rock.
Yes.
Okay, there
Is
you
he a
go.
wrestler?
He
He
was-
used to be a wrestler.
All right. All
Very
right.
few. I
That's
know
how
one.
it is.
So don't say that you've never seen Enzo right now. So we're gonna call him right now. It's 50-50 chance, guys.
Taking
Yeah, it
my
either
camera
happens
out
or
in
it doesn't.
case.
And if he curses on the when he picks up, it's not my fault. People who are watching and tuning in.
I'm nervous. What's his contact in your phone? EA all day.
Yo. So yo, brother. So we're actually live right now. Alana's a huge fan. So we're live on the
Hello.
podcast. And Brian.
Brian.
What's up, Enzo?
So we're actually having a live stream podcast in the studio, and they were all wondering when you're coming back to the studio. Yes.
You might have to make a stop by just to say hello. I'll bring you.
You're looking at
pizza
nothing.
and
that-
donuts.
Doug,
What
Doug,
do you
you
want?
pointed
What'll
it at
bring you
nothing.
here?
I'm pointing at the camera.
Oh, at the cameras.
Oh, my bad. Do you need a second? All right. All right. All right. There you go, guys. You happy?
Enzo.
We're never soft. Happy?
There he is.
Very.
Crazy.
So, who's your favorite wrestler? You said you figured it out.
Yeah. So I think my favorite wrestler right now is Isaiah Swerve Scott.
I'm gonna say that I don't know who that is right
Yeah,
now.
he's in NXT right now.
That's why he's in
Yeah.
NXT.
Nah, NXT is better than
A lot of people
Oh,
say
sorry.
that. I
It
just
is.
haven't watched it.
you gotta watch NXT. You don't even have to pay for it anymore.
It's because I don't watch it like every single week anymore. Like I kind of watch it
Mhm.
like here and there.
Yeah,
Doug, who's
he's-
your favorite
he's
wrestler?
killing.
Enzo Amore.
How did I know you were gonna
One
say
of my
that?
favorites too, all time. He's untouchable
Absolutely.
on the mic. Nobody touches
Absolutely.
Who's your favorite wrestler of all time then? If that's
Of all time. I think my favorite
there could be a
wrestler-
right and wrong answer to this question.
I think I gotta say Batista.
I met him.
Yeah?
I was like 8. It's really funny. I have absolutely no recollection of it, but I have a signed book and I used to have a picture, so I
That's
know
so
that I
cool.
met him. But my brain does not remember the memory.
I've got a signed photo of Enzo in my room.
Do you
Nicely
really?
done.
Oh,
Yeah.
did he
Nice
sign
job.
it here?
No, he signed it in Philly when
Oh,
I went
yeah,
down.
you were saying that you went and you met him.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I got that down in Philly. So
How do you
that's
feel
cool.
about Roman Reigns?
I hated him, but I like him now. I think his current run as a heel is great. I
And
think
what
he was
about?
awful before though, unbearable.
Have you seen that man?
Yeah.
Thank you. That's all I have to say. What about Edge?
Edge, I mean, I grew up hating the guy. But
Oh my God, we have some
because-
beef. Do you want to
no,
switch spots with Rachel or something?
Listen. I'll tell you why. So Edge growing up was always a bad guy. Always. And like he made me exactly. He made me a little like 8-year-old kid very pissed off when he would beat my favorite guy all the time.
Who was probably?
Batista at the
Oh,
time.
I was gonna say Randy Orton, but
Like all those guys, like your Jeff Hardys, all those good guys, you know, the bad guys would beat on them because that's just how wrestling works. And I hated him. But growing up, I realized, like, oh my God, he did such a good job as a bad guy because I hated his guts.
Yeah, did a
My
good
Club
job.
Penguin password was Boo Edge 1.
Ah,
So, like, this guy really, like, I hated him as
did
a
a
kid.
great job.
He killed it. Like, he was one of the best of all time. He is one of the best
That's
of all
so
time.
funny. I loved him, and he was booed, and I'd be the one person in the crowd like, yeah,
Yeah, I
go
couldn't stand
Edge!
him. I couldn't stand him.
I
He just
loved
did such a
him.
good job looking back on it. Impressive. The
Interesting.
fact that he's like in his upper 40s.
Isn't he
And-
still? He's still wrestling a
He's
little
back
bit.
in the
Still
game.
wrestles.
He just wrestled. He wrestled Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan at
Yeah.
WrestleMania, and I remember watching that
He
match.
wrestles pretty regularly.
And I was
broke
like-
his neck like
He
10 years
he
ago.
did.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the Royal Rumble. Edge had to retire years ago. He like broke his neck,
mhm.
and I was devastated. Like this man was like I loved him like more than myself, my family. Like this man was top tier in my life. I don't even know him, but anyway.
Which further proves my point. Storylines, is king. Content is king.
Yeah, no,
You
that
guys
matters
fell
so
in love
much-
with these
so
characters.
much
You
more.
fell in love with
Yeah.
their story.
They're fake
And
There are wrestlers that aren't necessarily like the best wrestlers, but can put on a show
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
make things look convincing and put on a compelling storyline. And that I'll take that 9 times out of 10.
Facts.
That one time is when I want to see some ridiculous, like outrageous athleticism. Like there are guys that are maybe a little less charismatic, but just are so talented athletes.
Mhm.
Where like, yeah, you know what? Seeing that guy do a double backflip off the top rope is pretty cool.
That's why I liked Jeff Hardy growing up.
Jeff Hardy
because
was
he was like
but
on
he
the
was that
steel
guy
cage ladder. It was like
diving off like
50
20
feet
foot. Yeah.
dive, and he'd be like just backflipping. And
But he was that guy that was like a rare breed of like being an athlete, taking those crazy risks, but also having just like something about him that was gravitating.
charismatic.
They called him the charismatic enigma.
So we're gonna not switch gears. We went to wrestling. Now we're gonna go into sports.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball, Brian. You're a big
Let's
baseball
talk it.
fan.
Let's talk it.
What's going on in baseball?
There's a lot going on in baseball. So recently, I guess this is definitely the most talked about thing. I don't know if you heard anything about it. Pitchers have been using foreign substances
What
to
is
get
this?
a better grip on the ball
Give me a little. I want
since
to hear
the
about
creation
this.
of baseball. So
Like what? Vaseline on their neck, and they would take a little bit.
sure.
and-
So it started off oddly enough. You know how people say history repeats itself, right?
Okay.
So oddly enough, the modern MLB rulebook
Mhm.
came into effect approximately 100 years ago, right?
Okay.
1920s, early teens, 1920s.
Okay.
Baseball is a very history-rich sport, very full of tradition, and there's a lot of unwritten rules, if you will. You know, it's a
Okay.
very respectful sport. But when it
Sometimes.
comes to sometimes when it comes to pitching, pitchers have been using saliva, Vaseline, sunscreen. They're given rosin, and you're allowed to wear sunscreen on sunny days. So
Okay.
you know, if you get the rosin bag, that little white bag behind the pitcher's mound,
to dry your hands.
that's it. To
It's like
dry,
baby
it's like
powder.
chalk, yeah.
Okay.
And when you mix that with sunscreen, it makes it a little tacky, so you can grab the ball a little better.
Okay.
And when you have more grip on the ball will spin more. Therefore, it'll move more.
Curve
When you're
more.
throwing a curveball, it'll move an extra inch,
Okay.
we'll say. The MLB has recently cracked down on all substances. So
Okay.
people were using this thing called spider tack. And essentially it's a glue trap for spiders.
All right.
But they would use it, put it on the ball, and get really good grip on it, and their curveballs would break like crazy.
They don't put it on their hand?
So what they would do is they would hide it somewhere, a little less noticeable.
Which is why they're taking their clothes off on the field.
Exactly.
So that why are they taking their pants off? Can you explain that? Or is that just being sarcastic?
That was Max Scherzer being an absolute beauty.
Okay.
Just saying, you know what? This is the most ridiculous thing ever.
So he just starts taking his clothes off.
Me,
okay.
I'm clean.
And then that started a trend, and everyone started doing it.
Sergio Romo got caught later in the day, and he did the same thing. I love it. I think it's hilarious. Because there are pitchers. There are pitchers who are clean pitchers that don't use any substance and are amazing. Max Scherzer, honestly, being one of the few pitchers who hasn't been affected by the rule change. You're starting to see the guys who were users get exposed, and the guys who were either users but just truly incredible pitchers that aren't able to use their substance still be incredible pitchers. So the guys like Max Scherzer, who did get snubbed from the All-Star game, he has like a 2.1 ERA, one of the best strikeouts to walk ratios in the National League. I think it's embarrassing. And I think it might have to do with the league saying, you know what, I don't like the way he's handling this, because pitching all-star selections are made by coaches and players, not fan voted. So that makes me think a little bit, it's like, oh, this guy doesn't want to be in our club.
Yeah, I don't think the All-Star, I believe the NBA, the fans have like 75% say, and then it's kind of like locked in.
Yeah.
If there's close voting, whatever, the coaches and players chime in. So no fans have any say.
For pitchers, no. For position players, that's where the fans vote.
Gotcha.
And obviously every year there are going to be players that get snubbed. But
at most there's 8 innings, 7 innings, 9 innings, 10 innings.
There's 9 innings.
9 innings in a game. So let's just say you change pitching every time. There's only the top 18 pitchers.
Right. Well, even then they don't really do that. You'll usually get like 3 innings out of a starter. The best pitcher in the league will pitch the first few innings if they're able to pitch, because the way the All-Star break works is the All-Star game's the 13th. So that's a week from yesterday. So it's going to be on a Tuesday. Let's say a pitcher pitched on Sunday, Jacob deGrom. Best pitcher in the league, pitches on Sunday and is expected to pitch on the All-Star game Tuesday. He's not going to want to pitch the All-Star game if he just pitched 2 days ago. So it's going to be the next best pitcher. And really, like, injuries or players say, oh, I'm feeling a little sore today, I'm sitting out. There are players who don't think it's worth playing because you do risk injury, and then you play all the reserve players. So everybody really does get a chance to play.
So we have a fan question for you, Brian.
Yes.
So Anne Marie says, the Yankees are not doing too well.
No,
she's a huge Yankee fan. She met 2 of her favorites, which were Mickey Mantle and Dave Winfield.
Wow.
Brian, who's your favorite team and player?
Oh my God, that is awesome that you were able to meet. Those are 2 not only just Yankee legends, baseball legends.
Yeah.
I am a Red Sox fan because my dad is from Massachusetts, so I grew up favoring Boston sports. But oddly enough, my favorite player isn't on the Red Sox. He's on the Phillies, and my favorite player right now is Bryce Harper. I think he's just the coolest guy. He's really like, it's a shame because baseball's marketing is so terrible. We should honestly reach out to Bob Mann and ask if they need, some help marketing.
They definitely need the help.
Because if you were to ask any an educated sport fan, who is Mike Trout? Do you know Mike Trout?
I mean, not as much as I should. I do know.
That's
you know what I mean?
thing.
Like, I get it.
He's
like the best player, right?
He very well could be the best baseball player of all time.
But he could walk in Disney World and no one bothered.
But yeah, he can walk down the street, and you can walk down the street in Anaheim where he played. And I think that there is a good chance that he can make a run to the grocery store and not get flocked.
Yeah,
the greatest baseball player of all time potentially.
Well, that's because here's the reason why they banned all social media from the MLB. Anytime you put up a YouTube video, you put up social media, they take it down.
Really?
They don't
Are you
let
sure about that?
They don't let you do anything if it's related to the MLB. They don't want the rights given anywhere. Pictures,
I don't know.
video.
I don't know how, because I follow some Twitter accounts, and my brother even, who works for NBC Sports Radio, he is constantly, because like he used to be a beat writer for the Yankees, right? Not like an affiliate with the Yankees, but an affiliated newspaper with that covers the Yankees. And he would every single Yankee game he would be capturing highlights and posting it to his Twitter. So I don't know if they let up with those rules. It may have been true. and then they
Mhm.
realize what a mistake it would be because you're losing out on so much. How many times have you seen a UFC clip on Twitter that made you go, "Oh my God, I got to start watching UFC now"? It's a
Well, it's
crazy
a newer
knockout.
thing. This quote's new, where they're like they're starting to release
Mhm.
some regulations, but there was a point where you wouldn't be able to put
Sure.
like your picture of your own baseball card
Yeah,
on your
that's
social
bad.
media.
Then that's just bad.
Terrible
business.
business.
Yeah.
Terrible business.
And it's a shame because the MLB, like, their viewership is hurting,
Mhm.
and they're just making the league, like football is kind of doing this too with the rule book, right?
Yeah.
Everything is just so nitpicked by the officials. You can pull out any moment you want. You could call out something that's against the rules technically.
Mhm. Well, especially with the replays and stuff, like you
Yeah,
can
replays,
literally
baseball,
basketball. The last
see
10
whose
seconds of a
finger-
basketball game takes 3 hours.
Sure, and that's the worst part about basketball, and I can talk about that for hours too. That's one of the main reasons I don't care to watch basketball.
Okay.
But for baseball, the replays are a relatively newer thing. They weren't around as far back as 10 years ago. You weren't allowed to replay anything. Now on the replay system, you're able to make, the right call, but there are times where it's abused. So a base runner trying to steal first to second base will slide in head first pretty much every time. When they're going, let's say this is second base. If they're sliding over the bag, there's like a millisecond where they're not touching it, and then they're back on. But if the fielder puts the tag on and holds it there the whole time,
technically they're out.
The base runner could beat him by a second or two. The tag is applied afterwards. He comes off for a millisecond, and it's this much.
Are they calling that?
Call him out.
Wow.
And that's like technically, yeah, he is out.
Wow.
But there are little things like that. They're just kind of.
It would be impossible to regulate.
Yeah, you couldn't
10
see
years
it.
ago.
You couldn't see with the naked eye, and that was just a safe stolen base 10 years ago, and it's creating a lot of frustration. The league is, suffering with ratings. They want to speed up the pace of play because people think baseball is taking too long to play. The games are boring. They're long, but they still allow things like this. They're still searching players for spider tack or other substances in between innings and taking a minute or two onto the game to do that. They're very contradictory, the MLB. Yeah. We don't have to rant on this.
No, you're pretty sour about this. I could tell.
It's frustrating.
All right, ladies. Sports talk. Anything you like sports at all?
I like wrestling.
Okay, besides wrestling, we've been there. Besides baseball,
I played softball in high school.
Nice.
Yeah.
So there's some crossover there. Baseball,
Yeah.
Good stuff. So
bit.
going along.
What position did you play?
Bench warmer mostly.
Oh, me
Nice.
too.
Oh, really?
Good
No way.
Soccer.
I rode a fair bit of pine in my day.
So going along with our sports theme here, in our other show, so this is the Doug Freidman show, Undefeated Media. We talk, we're going to be talking to businesses and more professional, but we have another show coming out called Dig In, where we dig into trends, we dig into sports, baseball cards, comic books, you know what, NFTs, crypto. We're going to dig into a bunch of stuff.
Sure.
I got some cards here. I have bins and bins of cards. I don't even know what's in there. People have given me cards. Hey, I don't want this, and they'll just give me a whole bin of like 1,000 cards. Who knows what's in there? So in this new show, we're gonna dig in to things, and if you are interested in the stuff that we have here, we might sell it. Who knows what we're gonna do with that? Brian already has his thoughts and feelings about these comic books.
Yeah,
Get there. We'll get there in a second. But we'll pull out a couple of these cards, and if you want them, I mean, I don't even know. We have to look up the price of these things. But this is Upper Deck. We got Alan Embry. See if I can zoom in a little bit. So we got some of these cards here. Alan Embry. We got to check how much these cost. JV Lopez. Nothing. No. Brian, you're the baseball fan.
Is that Javi? Javi Lopez.
Javi Lopez.
Yeah.
Here, give that to Brian.
I do know that there is, at least my buddy is into the card game Magic the Gathering.
Okay.
And there is a app that you're able to literally scan a card.
Just for Magic or every card?
It exists for Magic.
So maybe it'll come to
maybe the app has it for baseball cards too. That literally just tells you the value of it on
Tim Pugh, P-U-G-H. Pepe Le Tim Pugh. Bill Ashley. Nothing. Chipper Jones. Oh, we got two Chipper Joneses.
He's a classic.
2 Chipper Joneses. Shortstop. This looks like the 1993 Upper Deck series.
This card might be worth a couple bucks.
Chipper Jones might be worth a couple bucks.
Depends on is it a rookie?
1993. No, it's not a rookie card. So pretty much, if it's not a rookie
This
card,
is
it's pretty much worthless.
Star 99 rookie, but it has his Braves. Oh no, so it has his AA stats, and I assume, or his AAA stats, and I assume his major league stats. When he got called up.
Sterling Hitchcock. Nothing.
No.
Jim Tatum. Tatum sounds familiar. Kirby Bucket.
Kirby Bucket.
We'll just do a couple more. Dave Winfield. Didn't we just say Dave Winfield?
Dave Winfield, yeah.
There you
Maybe
go, Anne-Marie.
like that.
Anne-Marie, Dave Winfield. If you're still watching, there's your Davey Winfield over there. This is a Blue Jays Community Heroes card.
Late in the career, Dave Winfield.
Upper Deck 1993 series. We'll put that aside with Chipper Jones. Cal Ripken Jr. 2 Cal Ripken Jr.'s.
Are they just duplicates?
There are duplicates. So like I said, some of these people just gave me sets, and I just opened this black case. We'll do that next.
Mm-hmm.
I opened this black case thinking it'd just be like cards like in this kind of case, but let me show you what's in here. When I opened this, on top, we have a certificate of authenticity with a number on there, and there's Ken Griffey Jr. Limited edition hologram set. And I took off this little certificate. These are all holograms. Every single one of these cards is a hologram.
Google that?
I didn't Google it yet.
Well, Ken Griffey Jr. stuff could be.
Ken Griffey Jr. is the first card on top here. Ken Griffey
expensive.
Jr.
I'm gonna Google
hologram.
it while you
Well, this
do
is a whole set.
Right.
So like
Upper Deck.
obviously the set
What's it called? The
together.
Upper Deck hologram Ken Griffey.
Limited edition Upper Deck limited edition hologram set contains 54 Premier Edition cards and is numbered. This is like 53 out of 216.
That's not a whole lot of sets. So that does. If this card is valuable, it's rare.
Upper Deck hologram set.
It's looking like that's a $20 card. I don't know how much the set would go for.
There's 53 cards in here. 54 Premier Edition cards. Ken Griffey Jr., Cal Ripken Jr. are the first 2.
See, no, I just don't know. I'm not a baseball card guy, but this
is all
looks like a different
holograms.
card.
Jack Lewis, Ryan Sandberg.
I mean, if I didn't know any better, I'd say $20 for the card.
I mean, I would think the set goes a little more than $20.
I mean, none of those players could be worth anything, though.
Cal Ripken Jr., Ken Griffey Jr.
But if it's the Ken Griffey pack, you know what I mean?
It's the holograms of a bunch of players.
Right, but the certificate. Look at the certificate. That's
the certificates for
like
the set. The whole set.
Right, but who's that picture of?
Yeah, but it's not. It's this limited edition hologram set contains 54 Premier Edition cards and is numbered. The whole set. They just used Ken Griffey Jr. because he's probably the most popular player at the time.
Right. But which is why that Griffey card could be worth much more, because he's the feature.
But this certificate's for the whole set,
right? Not
just for the one card.
Right. They're all authentic cards, but he could be like the featured card of that pack. That could be worth more.
Anne-Marie has a lot of George Washington memorabilia. She's a huge George Washington fan.
Wow.
Yes.
I didn't
like
know that.
the politician, not the baseball player.
I don't know if there is.
Yes.
The president.
The president.
The George Washington.
The George Washington. All right, so there's our cards. If you like any of these cards and you want to buy them, put in the comment section.
Or
we'll work out a deal.
Want to come by and just dig through. That's usually
we got to figure out what we got.
Well, yeah.
I don't want someone to say, "I'll take this bucket," and then there's like a Babe Ruth card in there we don't know about.
First.
Exactly, we got to dig in. Now we also have comic books, and comic books are making a comeback. So this is some kind of Batman comic book. This is one of 8 from 2002. Now 2002 is not too long ago, but this is one of 8 limited edition series. I know nothing about this stuff. Batman Family, Mirror Image. Here you go. Give that to Brian.
Be careful with it.
Yes. These are all delicate here. This looks like a set here. What we got here? Justice League.
$2.95 was a price tag on it. You're welcome.
Maybe when the
Yeah, no, I know. I'm kidding. It was a joke. Sorry.
We're selling it for $205. Justice League Generation Lost. This doesn't have a number on it. That one says 1 of 8.
Hate to break it to you here.
$2?
There's a whole set of the Batman family, so I assume that there are 8 of these.
Okay.
And the whole collection is going for a big $14.95.
More than I paid for it. $0.99.
That's what I call profit.
Yes, $14 profit, Brian. Every penny counts. Runaways. We got 2 Runaways. Marvel 5. These look like they're all together. Yes, so we got 5, 6, 7.
Mm-hmm.
These Runaways series. So we have plenty to dig in. And like I said, it's a new thing that we're going to be doing. Whether we call it digging in or dig in with Doug, or I don't know.
Dug in.
Saturdays are for the crew. I don't know.
We're not doing the Dave Portnoy thing. We're not doing that.
He's not. You're not a big fan of him.
I'm not a Portnoy guy.
Yeah, like
you know what?
fun.
There's no chance that this ever gets seen by Dave Portnoy. You know the whole celebrity boxing
I'm gonna
thing.
make sure.
You know that whole celebrity boxing
I'm
thing.
gonna make sure.
You just tag him.
I'm gonna tag the shit out of Dave
Dude,
Portnoy.
Dave Portnoy.
So what do you want to bet?
He's gonna hate you.
Get in a ring with me,
Whoa,
bro.
whoa.
Get in
Josh
a
First off, Dave, I'm a fan, so this is Brian.
Get in a ring with me, bro. See what happens.
Okay.
Okay,
So
Jake
is
Paul.
dude.
We got Jake Paul over here.
I'm not a boxer at all, but I'll still slap you
Jake
silly.
Paul.
And I'll tell you
Wow,
what,
wow.
you old man wearing skinny jeans have an ass.
Wow.
You leave men in skinny jeans alone.
If you wanna embarrass yourself on national television, then fight me.
Brian,
And
Brian,
if you
Get
turn
my
me
face
down,
out. Get
if
my
you
face.
turn-
Brian,
Get my
Brian,
face out.
Brian, we're not. HBO's not picking up this fight.
I know they're not. But if there is ever a chance, if he sees us and says, "Oh, I want to teach that kid a lesson,"
We'll
He's gonna have
see.
his
Random kid.
crew come fight
I know,
us.
I
We're
know.
Rachel's
Good.
going down. I'm
Yeah.
going
My
down.
whole business is about to
Doug's
go
going
bankrupt.
down.
So listen. First off, I'm a fan. I like your pizza reviews. So please don't take out any of this. What Brian's saying does not reflect the views of Doug Freidman or
loves you.
Undefeated Media.
I don't. I don't.
Okay, well,
Fight me, Dave.
Brian wants to fight. We're going there. We're going from 6 to midnight that quickly.
Yeah.
Isn't
It's
he like
not-
40 something?
Yeah, he's 40.
So it's a
So-
hatred thing.
I don't like how he operates.
How does he operate?
I'd rather not get into it. Honestly,
Well, Rachel, please, Rachel, our project manager here, please make a note here. We're going
Yeah.
to pull out this clip. We're going to tag Dave.
yeah, get Dave.
Sounds good.
Now,
Get-
I
get
know
Dave in a
you
ring with me.
think that you don't maybe not believe in the power of social media and we can get a hold of him. What do you want? You want to place a bet that we get like a retweet or an answer?
Oh, I don't know. I don't. If he ever answers,
Nothing big. Like, I don't know.
No, I think we should get. Doesn't he have that BFF podcast with?
Yeah, he has a podcast
it's-
with like
who-
teenagers,
who is it?
bro.
Yeah, we get them in here. I love Josh Richards.
Leeching on TikTok sensations.
Brian's
to
like,
stay
I hate him. I'm
relevant,
like,
bro.
please come in. I love you.
If that's what it takes to stay relevant, hanging out with 17-year-olds, bro, be my
I
guy.
How
think
does-
they're 18 and 19.
Oh, all right, he's 40.
Okay. All right. What else is on the agenda, Rachel? You can't even read my handwriting. Good luck
I
with
can
that.
barely meet.
We got
my
sports.
own.
We did the sports
Yes,
digging
we did
in.
everything.
We did everything, I think.
Yeah.
Questions, comments, concerns, anybody? We did. This was a nice little show here.
I'm honestly a
Did you
little
guys have
concerned
fun?
for Dave Portnoy.
We're gonna see if we can reach out to him.
We get a
Davey.
fight going on.
Davey.
Who's on that BFF podcast?
I mean,
do you
I
know?
think we're just
What?
shooting too
The
high.
BFF
I think
podcast?
just hear me out.
Should
I
aim
think
for
you're shooting.
a
I think
lower hanging
like
fruit?
yeah, you should. No, I'm not even
Enzo
saying.
Amore.
No,
Enzo
no,
will shake
no,
my
no,
ass.
no. I'm not saying the
Yeah.
personnel. I'm saying like it's like you're bringing a gun to a knife fight. Like you should challenge him to like a pizza review tasting
Nah, boxing's
debate.
the thing. Boxing's the thing right now. It's hot.
Yeah,
Boxing's hot right now.
I know, but people
Everyone's
don't
trying to
just
box.
fight people.
Yes, they do.
This
If there's
is
ever been a
you're
time
not
where
Floyd
people just-
Mayweather.
Did you not
Yes,
see the
we're not
TikTok
Floyd
versus YouTube
Mayweather and
fight?
Jack and
Yeah, but
and
they were
Jake Paul.
TikTokers and YouTubers
I know,
that just fought each
but it was all
other.
propaganda. Mayweather's an actual boxer.
All right.
Neither of you are boxers.
The TikTok versus
you assuming
YouTuber
that
boxing
I'm not a
event. None of
boxer?
those guys were
like
boxers.
if one of you were like a good chess player, you could be like, you know what, you suck. I'm gonna beat you in your own game of chess. Neither of you are boxers.
Neither of the TikTok YouTuber people were boxers, and they sold. Well, they
You're
actually.
I
talking
would
about-
let their podcast
talking
people punch me for
You
a
talk
few
Jake
bucks.
Paul like was trained for boxing.
No,
Mayweather's
he-
an actual
no,
boxer.
That's not the same event.
Okay.
There was a YouTuber versus TikToker boxing event with like literal just TikTok dancers, renegade dancers,
Okay.
and like YouTubers.
Yeah.
None,
That
they
was a whole big
had
thing.
time to train.
I think you have a better chance having a dance off.
Oh, I'm a better dancer.
I just don't
than Dave
think.
Portnoy.
Well,
You hear that, Dave? You hear that, Dave?
Okay.
But no, honestly,
See that
boxing's the thing.
now
There's a
there's a
challenge.
challenge. There's a chance. We don't need to have HBO do this big event for Brian
doesn't
from
have to be
Undefeated
HBO.
Media
No,
to fight Dave Portnoy.
Barstool has their boxing tournament called like Rough and Rowdy or something. They host a boxing thing with non-boxers. So Dave, if Rough and Rowdy ever comes back around, I don't listen to your stuff. I don't know if it's going on. It could be
You
tomorrow.
just named the show by name. I'll listen to your stuff, but I want to come
I
after
think
you.
that Brian might actually be
aware.
a
A
fan.
huge fan.
This is
Brian
fan
is-
behavior.
he knows
more than
Fan
anybody.
behavior.
Don't accuse me of that. I'm familiar with their content. I commend him, if anything, for creating a media empire, but
Okay.
also hate your guts. So if you wanna step in a ring with me, I'll knock you out and then I'll dance on you as I'm walking over you. Okay?
Anne Marie says you're never shooting too high. Always shoot high.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
They say the sky is the limit,
Okay,
right?
so can we at least we're gonna settle on dance off? I
Boxing.
think you have a chance.
Boxing.
You can meet him at one of the pizza places nearby. He's about to do a review. He comes out.
Boxing.
We had
I'm
the
gonna
music. We had the
He
boom
comes out
box.
in Renegades because he obviously knows the
No, listen,
Renegade, and
he's-
you start breakdancing.
He's
and
not.
you
He's
beat
not going
his
to dance. He's not going to
ass.
dance. He's not going to dance. He's not going to dance. He probably doesn't even want to box me because he knows I'll give him the hands. Because like here's the thing. He either accepts the fight because he knows he can beat me, or he says no because he doesn't want to get. There's a chance that he gets embarrassed, and he doesn't want to get embarrassed. That's fine.
Well, we're all about the love here. We're all about the love here. But Brian, for
I'm
some
ready.
reason, wants to
I want the
fight
smoke.
Dave Portnoy.
I want
Oh,
the
God.
smoke. I'm ready for my moment. You know what I'm saying?
That's this is your moment.
I'm ready for it.
Oh God. All right. Anything else? Questions, comments, concerns? Everyone having fun here at Undefeated
Oh,
Media?
I'm having a blast.
Okay.
Good
Obviously,
time.
you're all heated up now.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I got rid of my seat. I'm a little scared over here.
Oh wow.
Watch
Wait.
me.
I mean,
Anything else, ladies and gentlemen? People at home?
I got
We,
nothing.
we ran this into
Yeah,
the ground.
I think I'm
obviously.
out. I'm out.
We're
of
out.
things
You're
to
out of
talk
things to
about.
talk about.
Yeah.
Dave Portnoy was the last
We're
one.
gonna end on
Yeah,
a bad, sour
Right?
note, right?
What's a happy thing?
Dave, I'm a fan. I like his stuff. I bought the stock he made. I got the stock he made. I'm with him with the Wall Street bets and all and watching everybody with their stock picks and the crypto and stuff.
You want to know what? If Dave happens to be watching this, there's a great pizzeria in Paramus. It's La Bella Roma, and I stand by that statement. As long as you get a penne slice, they're the best.
So if you have to get a specialty slice, how good of a pie can it be? Like, if you can't,
Well,
do,
why
if you can't
why
do a
would-
cheese,
Ryan, just
Why would
throwing
you-
bows.
Why
If you can't
would
do a
you?
cheese pie.
This negative behavior.
Yeah.
Why would you want to get a plain pie when there's so many options?
if you're a
Like,
pizzeria that
who
can't do a
goes-
plain
who is
pie,
a
you're
pizza
not.
lover that really just wants a plain pie?
No,
all the
you're
time?
misunderstanding Brian.
Not all the
You're
time.
misunderstanding
Listen,
Brian.
then
Brian's
let the
saying
man come to La Bella Roma. I
It
will
could
pay
be a
for
great-
his
no,
$4
it-
slice.
you're
a delicious
misunderstanding. You're
slice.
misunderstanding. Brian is saying if you
Brian's
can't
a
make
hater.
yes,
I am
he's
a
in hate
hater.
mode right now. We're not haters here.
I'm a-
What here's the thing. Brian's saying if you can't make a stellar plain slice,
Yeah.
there's no point of trying
I'm
out the
not- I'm not
pineapple
saying-
Plain
slice.
slices are just great, but why would you want a plain
Okay, well
when they
then-
have
Yeah,
a penne
okay,
slice?
got you. But here in
That's
the
important
in the
information.
ratings to have a level playing field, he has a plain slice
Yeah.
everywhere.
You, have
You
to
might have a
plain
garlic
slice.
slice, but your garlic slice has little pieces of, oregano or something on it, whereas the other person's garlic slice has hot peppers in there. So like, you have to have a level playing field of all plain
There needs to be a
slices
benchmark.
for the rating.
I
But-
wouldn't really recommend their plain slices. I'm not gonna lie.
So then that's what
I
Brian
I
is
give them
saying.
like a lot of my
That's
money.
what the
but
Brian is
So, like,
saying is they
I-
can't do a good. If
what
the
I-
plain
what
slice
I-
sucks, then
yeah.
all the
It
pizza's gonna
doesn't
suck.
suck.
All right, but is it inferior to a
It's
place that I could be spending my money at?
I just feel like for me, the plain slice isn't bad. I love La Bella Roma with my heart and soul. I give them a lot of my money, like an uncanny amount of my money. But when they have this amazing penne slice and penne pies, I don't want the plain because their penne slices are just so above and beyond. Where their plain slice could be like a 7 or an 8, but this penne slice is like literally like a 35.
All right. Well, while we're on the topic of shouting out pizza places, I'm going to shout out my pizza place. Shout out to I'm gonna do you one
own a
better.
pizza place?
No.
You-
Well, I actually know a friend who his dad owns a pizza place, so I'll give him a shout out too. Shout out to New York Pizza in Ramsey, out on the interstate.
We'll have to bring it in.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll have to have
see
a
what's
pizza
going on.
off now. So
Yeah.
now, if you have
the
a
next
pizza,
podcast, we should do pizza.
Yes.
We each
And
1, 2,
Village
3,
Pizza.
4.
Okay. we'll bring in pizza. Now, So we got, what are the places in the contest?
So La Bella Roma.
La Bella Roma.
My place is just Roma. Roma Pizza.
Roma Pizza.
La Bella Roma versus Roma.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Headphone users, RIP.
So, La Bella Roma, if you guys
New York
have a
pizza.
pizza place that you want us to put into this contest, to all of you watching right now,
Favales.
Favales, we'll get a pie from Favales. If you guys have a pizza place that you want to add into this contest, next episode, we're going to have a pizza contest rating the best pizzas.
The best cheese pie.
The best cheese pie. Anne-Marie says Nick's Pizza in Bergenfield. So we'll reach out to them. So we're gonna get like, let's just say 10 pies, right? And we'll bring in a judge who's gonna go out. We'll be here to be in our hallway, and they will present us with a slice. We'll rate it without knowing, blind taste test, and we'll find out
what number
the
each
best
one.
Pizza
A, pizza B.
I like this idea.
Yes. So share this video. Rachel, add it to the list. Our project manager is gonna add to the list. We're gonna pull out this clip and we're gonna put it out there so everyone can put in the comment section their favorite pizza places. We'll share this post, and let's say
how many
next week by Thursday.
I feel like
I
5.
think 10.
10. We're gonna be trying 10.
All right, 10 slides. You know what? How about this? How about this?
We should
do
limit
me
it
a
to
favor.
5.
Do me a favor, Brian.
Mhm.
Literally behind that wall,
Yeah.
on the other wall, in the middle wall area, there's a whiteboard that has
on the easel.
No. It's on the floor. It's a whiteboard this big, and it has the playoff brackets. How many lines are on that bracket? And we'll do like
It's
2 a
probably
day.
8.
No, it's like 30. It's like 32.
Oh,
do me a favor.
lot.
Sorry. Just get it.
All right, I'll get it for now, but I have a better idea later.
All right, let's just see it. Let's just see how many lines are on that bracket. It's literally next to the TV, on the floor, behind the mirror, behind that mirror thing. The place is a mess, but I know exactly where everything is. Right by it's like to the left of the mirror, behind it, by the t-shirts.
Rachel, would you be able to participate in this event that's happening?
Yeah, only if the pizza's kosher. But I can recommend a place too in Teaneck. It's so good.
Nice. We'll get that one. There it is.
How do you call places and ask if they're kosher?
Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah, I know which ones are. Basically the ones.
Anne-Marie
in Teaneck.
also says Nellie's.
Yeah.
Nellie's Waldwick.
Nellie's is good pizza.
Waldwick pizza just reigns supreme. I gotta be honest.
So if you could see here, we're gonna fill this up with all the local pizza establishments in Bergen County. So if you have a favorite pizza place, you better put it in the comment section or reach out to us, because we're gonna fill these slots are gonna fill up quickly. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 32.
There can't be 32.
32. There's 30.
In the
Now listen.
I have a few I could give.
Now
Well,
listen.
I mean, I do too. but-
Listen, there is 32. There's way more than 32.
Right, but
we're not going
is
to eat
that
32
reasonable?
slices. That is not reasonable. So here's what we're going to do. We will go through the logistics. It will either be we do head-to-heads every day, every podcast for the next 32 podcasts, or no, maybe more than that because they have different brackets.
Well, 16 games in the first round.
Yes.
We can just do
32
one
teams.
side. We can just do 16.
Yeah.
No, we need to fill up this bracket. There's more than 32. We got to be fair. We're going to go through a 5-mile radius, Bergen County. This is the Bergen County pizza contest. And you know what? If you don't reach out and get your name on the board, you're out. You don't have the best pizza in Bergen County.
Obviously.
So we're pulling out this clip, and I'll put money behind it. I'll promote it so people who don't know that we exist or follow us will see this.
Mhm.
If you don't reach out or you don't get nominated, Anne-Marie has already nominated like 3 places: Nick's Pizza in Bergenfield and Nellie's Thin Crust Pizza in
Nellie's,
Waldwick.
delicious.
They're already made the list. So we're using the power of social media to spread the word around. If you get on the list, and if we get above 32, maybe we'll make another. Maybe we'll be 50. Maybe, who knows? But you better reach out and get your name on the list, because if you're not on the list by the time this starts, your pizza sucks.
Yikes.
Sorry.
You heard it here.
You don't
Sorry.
want to be sucky with your pizza.
You don't want to be sucky. This is the biggest pizza contest of all time.
This is your
In the
chance
world.
to put yourself on the.
Put yourself on the map. Winning the trophy. Rachel, sorry. Can you give me that trophy?
Yeah.
I gotta give. You know what? I gotta give a shout out to Roma and also an Allendale local pizza joint, Toscana.
Okay, so they're on the list
There's
now.
They're on the
two. I have
list.
La Bella Roma. I'd also say John's Boy and Glen Rock.
John's.
Okay, so now we're
Pizza,
so
if I
just so you know,
remember
not that you are,
Esposito's. There's so
not
many
that
good
you
places.
are doing it, guys, but you are just listing throwing out
Yeah.
names. So I want to make sure like these are all
I would compete with these pizzas.
Yeah, I would put La Bella
okay. I
Roma
just
and
don't want you
John
guys to
Boy
be
head
spitting
head.
out pizza names because like you drove past it.
I've skipped over
Yeah.
a few pizzas in my head already. Thinking about these.
Okay.
I have to.
Yeah.
This isn't the exact trophy, but we'll have a trophy somewhat like this. The winner
Okay, that doesn't count.
of the Bergen County
It's a change.
Pizza
No way.
Champion will be crowned, hopefully before the summer ends.
Sounds like a plan to me. I mean, I love pizza. I'm down to eat it every
I
time.
love pizza. I'm down to
We
eat it
get to
every
the
day.
studio. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay.
go home and have pizza
So we're gonna
now.
have to.
I'm really in the
We're gonna have to be
mood for-
smart with this. Our project manager is gonna have to go into our scheduling and like when we do Master Phil podcast, we'll do Master Phil's podcast, and then right after followed by a pizza,
We have to have
a
the
duel.
pizza ready.
So then
That's
we'll
the
do it
thing.
first. Master Phil
Yeah,
will
the
be
pizza
on
probably should
1
be
o'clock. We'll do our pizza contest at 12. We'll do the next
Sure.
episode, and we will do and then mind your fucking business on Tuesday. We'll come in, early or no, we'll order it to deliver. When he's done, it'll be here. We'll go live.
All right.
So I remind you, and I'm talking to you, Rachel. Pull this out in the clip. You're gonna put this out as a clip. Here's the clip. New Jersey, Bergen County's #1 pizza contest of 2021. Share this video in the comment section. Put your favorite pizza place. 32 at least will be chosen. We will have a contest.
32 at most.
At least.
At most.
At least. Brian, Bergen County, there's like 32 towns,
We
and there's like
can't
5 pizza.
realistically have every pizza.
Listen, we're gonna
You're
gain
being a
some
big
weight.
downer
We're gonna
today.
gain some weight, but it's worth it. We will find the best pizza place in Bergen County for 2021, crowned champion, and we'll make them a free video. We'll go in there with all our toys, and we'll make a nice little spotlight. We'll interview the owners. It'll be wonderful. So their prize is not only this plastic trophy, but they will also get a $2,000 video and some social media help. There's your prize. So if you're watching this and you have a favorite pizza place, put it in the comment section and we will add them to the list for the New Jersey. No. Bergen County's #1 pizza place 2021.
There you have it.
You can
Maybe
clap.
this
You can
is
clap.
snapping.
You can clap.
I don't want to clap too close to the mic and make
Sure,
people
sure.
deaf.
Questions, comments, concerns, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's a good note.
lot of pizza.
It's a lot of pizza. We don't have to eat it at once.
You know what?
So
we
we're
also
gonna-
order
well,
like
yeah.
2 slices and cut
Exactly.
them in half, and then we each have a fourth. Like that
No,
little-
but see, there's 32 pizza places, but we'll be doing 2 a day. So we'll have
Right.
2 slices. So
Sure.
it'll be like La Romas versus Romas.
La Bella Roma.
La Bella Roma versus Romas.
Mhm.
We have 1 slice of each.
Yeah.
Be a rough one.
One of them is
We
going to
have
win.
seed
One of them is
them
going to lose.
appropriately as well.
I don't know how you do that, but sure.
I think we'd have to think about which ones we can come to a consensus of. Like, has anybody? You've had Nellie's pizza.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
I've had Nellie's pizza.
Now, here's
Right.
another factor. Nellie's Pizza is different. Its bar pie is different than probably Roma's.
Oh, it is 100%.
Nellie's and Kinch's are the only 2 that do that. So we could do brackets. We can do a Nellie's versus
Subsection.
subsection. So Nellie's and Kinch's will be in their own bracket.
I think they gotta get thrown into the fire.
I didn't
I don't think
that's
that's favoritism.
because
No?
then that one will go against whoever else.
So have better pizza.
Are there more than 2? Are there more? Here's a question.
Earn it. You have to earn it. No,
Ladies
no.
and gentlemen in the interwebs, is there another pizza joint besides Nellie's and Kinch's that does that style pizza? Because if so, if we get 5 or 6, they're their own bracket.
If we can find more than just Kinchleys and
Well,
Nellie's,
surely
then
bars
yeah.
have bar pies, but are they good?
It's a different type of bar pie. It's like they're known for Nellie's and Kinch's are known for. Have you had it?
I have, but I probably wouldn't remember. Like
It's a very
Can't.
thin
You-
crust.
It's too much
it's like a
La Bella Roma,
3-bite.
You wouldn't-
It's like a
handmade
3-bite
slices.
pizza.
You
Love
would,
you guys.
so you would not. Yeah, it's amazing. So anyway, we'll figure it out.
Mhm. Yeah, let's save this for another day.
Renee's calling. Maybe she wants to be on the podcast. Renee, we're live. How you doing?
What's going on? What'd you say?
We're live on the podcast. I didn't know if you were calling in to be a part of this or not.
I did not know. What podcast are you doing?
The Doug Freidman Show. It's live on Facebook and YouTube.
I did not know that.
But do you have any favorite pizza joints?
Do I have what?
Any favorite pizza joints?
My favorite pizza joint.
Yes.
I love Francesca's in Rivervale.
All
Can you
right.
write that down, Rachel? So we're adding that to the list. We just had this huge debate, and we just pulled out this whole bracket system. We're gonna have the best of Bergen County pizza contest, and we're gonna be eating massive amounts of pizzas, and it's like gonna be like a 1v1 kind of tournament, if you will, with one winner at the end. So we just added your name to the list. We're going to pull out this clip and make a social media post and promote it. And if anyone puts their favorite pizza joint in the comment section, we will add it to the list. And by the end of the summer, we'll find out what the best pizza in Bergen County is.
Okay, I'm so excited.
I know, me too. So we're just finishing up here, but is there anything you would like to add or tell the people at home in Bergen County? You're live right now from 11:11 here.
About pizza?
About anything. We've ranted and raved about a bunch of stuff. So this show's gone kind of crazy. There's no structure to it. We're talking about trends. We're talking about, sports cards. We're talking about crypto. We talked about Brian thinks luck doesn't exist, and I know you totally think the opposite.
Well, I can tell you something. I think that I called in for a specific reason because I was just doing my social media for the 1111 store.
Yeah.
And I was just like had this like wave of emotion over me, and I was like, I kind of wanted to make a social media or TikTok about how thankful we are during this whole pandemic and opening up our crystal meditation space and our Reiki offices this year, that we've been so blessed and so fortunate. And I just want to tell Bergen County, anybody who's listening right now, and whoever's been here and supported us, whether it was energy, sending us good energy, or coming into the store or booking Reiki sessions, that we're so grateful. Like, we are just living high, and we're happy, and we're so happy to be a part of the community and be, serving the community the way that we are. Especially a lot of our adolescent and teenagers that come in here. We are so happy to see them every single day. So we're really thankful.
Wow. Are you sure you weren't watching and totally prepared for this? That sounded amazing.
Doug, 2 days ago,
yes,
I was on Facebook showing my boyfriend our Doug and Renee freaking shows when the pandemic started, and I was laughing and I was dying, and I was like, oh my gosh, should we do that again?
Absolutely.
I just been in the headspace back then to do it, but so I think it's funny. I didn't know you were doing a show, and I can't believe I called in. So,
absolutely.
Hey, Universal Lines.
So the Universal Lines. Now, what would you call that? You would say some kind of cosmic universal. I mean, I was calling it kind of like luck. Brian says there's no such thing as luck.
No such thing.
But we'll go. I mean, we have to have you in the studio for this debate.
Yeah, I will definitely come. You know what? I don't know if I believe in luck. I believe in alignment. I believe that we have the power to really empower ourselves and kind of connect to the, whatever collective energy that's out there. And you know how I feel about that.
Yes.
So do I believe in luck at this time? My dog is in the store today. Do I believe in, luck? I don't think I necessarily believe in luck. I believe that we make our own, we create our own stories.
Agreed. But hear me out. And this is the whole debate. This is how we got heated. I agree with you. I agree. You have to make your own luck. You have to put yourself out there. You have to put in the work. But there are times that divine intervention happens and one door closes and 10 minutes later, a way better door opens up for you to walk through.
That would be a better description. Yes, I do believe I do believe in divine intervention. Yes, correct. So I would not use the terminology luck, but divine intervention.
Back at you, bro.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll leave it at that. So it's another point for Doug.
I beg to differ.
We won't have to go back down this road. We will leave this for next episode.
Everything. I know he thinks he knows everything, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
Thanks. So we'll leave this open, and next episode we'll try to get Renee in the studio to settle is there such thing as luck? We'll all settle on that. We'll all shake hands.
You got it, little brother. I will be there. You just name the date and time.
You got it. So anything else you want to add?
Nope, that's it. I'm glad I called in. Hey, Bergen County. Hope everyone's doing well.
Yeah, buddy. So we're going to wrap up here, and I'll give you a call back in like 10 minutes.
All right. Talk to you later.
Talk to you later. Bye. Questions, comments, concerns?
Nope.
Nice little special guest at the end. So we had two special guests. We had Enzo Amore, EA all day, and we had Renee from 1111 Healing. So thank you guys for being part of the show. Rachel, anything else?
No, I have some cool sunglasses though.
Put your cool sunglasses on. Everyone's got to see those.
That's right.
Boom.
Where are they from?
I think from a beach from a long time ago.
Oh.
Nice. That's the one thing we didn't touch base upon. Style. The style portion of the show. Real quick, we'll go down the style. Rachel's got some sweet sunglasses from the beach. These sneaks are pretty cool, I think. Oh, God. What do you guys think about those bad boys?
Bright.
Yeah.
Loud.
Yeah. I can't.
I think my glasses are brighter.
I'm not that flexible. What do you think about my MTV T-shirt? Back in the day, they actually had music.
I remember music being on MTV.
TRL, baby. I was on TRL. I sang a song. It was no big deal.
Really?
I'll talk about it.
Doug's famous.
I was famous for 10 minutes. Legit famous for 10 minutes. I'm not even talking about 15 minutes fame. I'm talking legit like 10-minute time frame. So we went. Should we say this for another episode? We're going to say this for another
Next
episode.
episode for sure.
Mhm.
Go down the line. You guys, what do you guys got over here?
Rocking the orangutan, the baby orangutan shirt, Undefeated Media headband.
That is a stellar headband.
We
That's
got
the first time you wore that one.
Yeah, debuting
The
it.
platinum.
The platy. Debuting it today. And then I got, the classic Puma socks and Vans.
Alana, anything you want to add?
I have a plain.
Doesn't have to be
black-
something you're wearing. It could be like you like, sundresses. Or you
No,
don't like
I
sundresses.
don't wear
Express-
sundresses. I actually put on a dress today. And
Yeah.
I looked in the mirror and I was like, absolutely not. Will I wear this in public?
Okay.
And then I took it off, and I am now in pants and a plain black top.
Is there something that you like?
I
Tie-dye,
I only wear the
sundress.
colors black and red.
Is there a spike choker you have your eye on?
I used to own one, but I went to a concert and it was considered a weapon, and they took it from me, and I've never had one since.
All right. Anything else, guys?
But I don't wear chokers anymore. I wear
Okay.
nice classy necklaces.
Nice.
Not that they're not classy, but
Sweet.
I moved on to a new phase in my life.
So I think we all have a little bit of every kind of style you can think of in this room. Nice. Anything else? Questions, comments, concerns? You're looking badass, Rachel.
Thanks.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for tuning in and joining us here for the Doug Freidman Show. And keep your eye out for Digging In, where we dig into the latest trends, sports, NFTs, crypto. If it has a pulse, we're going to try to touch base on it and fill you in by digging in deeper. Oh, there you go. There's our tagline. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.